Hello, friends. Hello, Match Fixer. What's happening? We're painting this guy. Just need to turn that down just a smidge more. And we're good. Probably. Alright. So work just continues on this little chap. Hello, Cragzog. So I did a layer of varnish today, just to smooth the surfaces that I would continue working upon. I think it helped. I think it helped with how I read the image. It certainly helped on the metal. I think you can see the layers a lot better, and obviously the areas that we need to do some softening or some work. Also removed some of the glossiness that you have left over from the contrast paint when you airbrush it. No, I actually use the Tamiya, which is usually what I use to finish my projects, the Tamiya paint. I was spraying another figure, and I thought, you know what, I'll give this a little bop as well. Look, probably the answer to your question, Frog Jim, and hello to you, is that shadows in general, when they're reflective, they actually work better, because even though it's a shadow and it's like the absence of light, reflecting light, even if it's only a little bit, especially if you've got coloured shadows, will be a positive thing, because it will look deeper. So as soon as you matte varnish something, you remove that reflectiveness, and your shadows can look, as you said, a little bit washed out. Hello, Sleepy Slang. So the answer to your question is you can go back in and add some glossier shadows using a glossy colour, and that'll basically increase your saturation in your shadows, which will kind of make everything look more alive. Or can do what I do, which is not that. And that's have deeper contrast. I did use Dirty Down again on this one, yes. So, cool little product. I realised I think the thing that I'm actually enjoying about it is less the product itself. The product's fine. It's actually the sponging. I think the sponging's actually the thing that I'm really digging. So I did some sponging on his his leather, and yeah, so I think that's definitely the thing that's working for me. Hello, Jared. It's going well, mate. When do you leave? Probably soon, isn't it? Yeah, amazing. All the hard work's done now. Just sit back and enjoy the experience. Yeah, that's the thing that I realised because I did the orange with sponging, and then I was like, I might try some brown, and then I might try some other things. It's actually just the sponging that I like about the Dirty Down, and it has some, other application parts that I like, but. So this is going to be one of my entries for Le Guilds Inn. It is. Wonderful 2 months. I booked my accommodation today. Little Airbnb. It's just going to be me flying solo. Yeah, nice. I actually did a piece many years ago, many years ago now, and it was a Roman legionnaire, and I was quite bad at the time as a painter. I was still learning, so I was bad. But I was like, I'm gonna try some dry brushing on this armor, and I just dry brushed 15 different layers, full proper dry brushing, and then I did some washes over it, and the end result looked absolutely awesome. And I have never actually replicated anything like it. And it looked really, really good. So there's a lesson in that for all of us, really. The lesson that I'm trying to impart on everyone is that we shouldn't poo-poo the techniques that were designed for speed. We should embrace them. Experiment with them. Hello there, Tim. Yeah, it's going okay, mate. I said to Benny a couple of weeks ago, this was an Andor reference for people who have no idea what Andor is. I said, I'm in my partygazer era. Just like Taylor Swift. Yeah, I think like contrast paints are another fine example. I could not paint without contrast paints. Make as many puns as you'd like there, friends. I'm sure that's an easy target. They just do so much great stuff. And people think they're like this. Yeah. Well, another well-known dry brusher who might be before your time, Craig Zog, is a dude named Bohun. Bogus Stupnicki. You should go and look up his stuff. He was winning Golden Demons with dry brushing. 0% of a lie there. Yeah, Vic Lamb, another incredible Australian name up there with Glenn Lamprecht, Lee Carpenter, Sebastian Archer. We've had some world-class painters come out of this country, and now we get to add Jared Clifford to that. Oh, mate, you're about to win World Model Expo, aren't you? Good perspective. You really can't do much more than that, can you? Something, everything you got, well, be proud of it. So I'm just trying to decide how we proceed with the this green thing that I've done up here. I really like it. It's got some magenta in it, so it's a bit of an out there colour. But I'm thinking I might go stripy. What do we think about that? Give it some stripes. Some black stripes. Yeah. I could do it somewhere else. Could do it on somewhere else. Don't know where. Yeah, I feel like I just want to go a big stripy line like down here. Is that a crazy plan? Nah, fuck it. Boop, boop, boo, boo, boop, boo, boop, boo. Yeah, just do some crazy stuff, mate. So I started watching Foundation yesterday. Only got about a 10 minutes in to the first episode. I was intrigued though. But yeah, just Mossy came home. So it looks good. You put them on one base, mate. Is this for guilds? excited by this plan. Delightful. Well, I guess I'll just provide some general thoughts on composition of a diorama of that sort. Think about height. Height is very important. You want to be able to see all three of those models, whatever they are. You need to have them at differing heights. Think about which one's your star. You need to have one that's the main part of your story. Remember negative space. Sometimes it's not the models themselves that are the most important part, but the gaps between them that allow them their moment to shine. And then when you're painting, make sure you're thinking about how they interact with each other. Light reflecting off things, including each other. It's good fun. It's a good challenge. I remember when Jared painted that dwarf diorama with the dragon head. It was awesome, by the way. And I remember he said something along the lines of, well, I'm never doing that again, Deno. Just from a logistical perspective, mate, it has to be more, like 3 times the size. I started looking into Crimson prep today, friends. That's where we're at, would you believe? We're halfway through the year. Time for me to start preparing for Crimson. Crazy! Is this our 5th year? I think it is our 5th year, isn't it? Our first year was 2021. The year of COVID. Last year was a break-even year, mate, for the first time. Thanks to the support of a wonderful collection of people. Yeah, it is a big boy. Yeah, no, look, I'm happy. I'm happy with Crimson to have reached a break even. My situation has changed significantly since I started taking on Crimson, and so we're at a point now where if it's not break even, we are out. Can't afford to prop that up with my own cash. Whereas in the first few years, yeah, that's fine. I was able to do it, and we didn't lose a lot of money, right? I'm not talking like fucking millions of dollars or anything. But yeah. Good to be in the positives. And all that money goes back into the event, right? They're just buying more stuff to make the event better. It's not like I'm laughing all the way to the bank or anything. How would that be cool? Tell me this. How would that be cool? I put in a lot of effort to do something, and then I get less of a reward. You're a nutcase. Go back to Germany, you crazy guy. Well, what do you mean then? Who else is going to do a diorama? Alright, I think I'm following what you want, what you were trying to say now. You want everyone to contribute to a diorama, a model, and then sell that to a collector as a way to fund Crimson. That would be more work than it is just organising Crimson. Speaking of, every time I see that dwarf army, I'm filthier myself that I didn't get it. Absolutely filthy. No, that's obscenity. That is obscenity. I don't know. It's just some little guy. I'm just putting some paint on him so I can see what he looks like. He's just hanging out. Yeah, too, for sure. And all my life, pray for someone like you. Someone asked me on my socials today if I was going to put the shield on. I was like, yes, I was going to put the shield on. But now I'm thinking about it. Do I want to put the shield on? It looks so cool. He looks like a cool guy without it. I'm not sure. Yeah, alright, alright. He just looks cool, man. This is one of my go-to moves, by the way. Blue-green in leather. Such a Spanish thing to do. I love it. I moved into a new office at work today. It's exciting being in a new space. It's now basically my whole life. It's in a new space. In here, at work. Yeah, it's been a really good thing for me mostly. around you. As always, super boring on a Monday night, so I apologise for that, friends. we're just painting, having a nice time. Green, get on top. Green, don't you stop. Green shaboogie now. Boogers would be good. That would be good. Let's see if we can do that. I can make some translucent boogers actually. That could be good. Could be cool. Oh no, we need to do this side. I don't know what the small guy's doing actually. Thunderbolts comes out tomorrow, available for streaming. For those who are still following up with the MCU. First 3 episodes of Ironheart are also available on Disney right now. I've yet to watch them. No, I'm getting paid 0. Coughing a lot today, Dano. Probably means you need to drink more water. I feel like this guy's going alright for like 4 or 5 hours, maybe 4, probably 4. I mean, I know the Joan of Arc that I did was also pretty short time frame, but I feel like this guy's got a lot more detail. And this is coming together really nicely. Very happy with it. How the heck are we going to do this thing? Is this a metal container? Sure. I think the airbrushing will help, as well as the contrast paint, obviously, that I'm going to do on the leather and the wood also. But yeah, I do think that the this little fucker, do you think it'll help? I do feel that this is a somewhat of a different colour palette than what I normally do. I feel like that is a good thing. It's a funny way of describing that. Young Kragzog. Very funny indeed. I'm not sure what I would look like as a painter if that was what I had to do. Struggle, I think, is the answer to that question. Struggle a lot. Lie down. Try not to cry. Cry a lot. Would be a good experiment. I keep saying I'm going to do a piece without airbrushing, and then I just fall back into the habit. I'm just like, oh, this will look good with a bit of airbrushing, bit of this, bit of that. It's just such a powerful tool. The same words have been used to describe me, but I've got nothing on an airbrush. Yeah, people do think it's cheating. And I say to those people that think it's cheating, you too can cheat if you're willing to spend the many years of time and practice that it takes to learn how to cheat effectively. Yeah, nobody said powerful about me, they just said tool. Spot on. Look, all I can say is that the older I get, the more I realise is there's only one thing that's true in life, and that is that people are fucking strange. That's it. People are just fucking strange. So I frequent this wonderful board game forum called the Board Gamer Geek, PGG. Wonderful place. I'm sure anyone who's even dabbled in board games for a brief moment would know of it. Great place. Anyway, you can rate games, right? You can go on there and you can rate a game. It's wonderful. There's this very bizarre thing that takes place when a game is popular but hasn't yet been released. And that very bizarre thing is that people go on there and will vote the game that they have not yet played a 10 and say, I'm really excited about this game. That's not the part that is difficult for me. If someone wants to go and say, I'm excited about this, I'm going to give it a 10 because I want more people to find out about it. Great. The weird part is that people then go on and vote same game a 1. And their methodology is, I'm voting to counteract the 10s. Because they think, for whatever reason, they're socially obliged to protect people from all of those awful truth tellers who are telling porcupines that this game's great and they've never even played it. I'm going to vote it a 1. And then this phenomenon persists, and there's like 5,000 votes for a game that are just 10s and 1s. And then people go on and vote it a 5 and say, I'm just trying to be the average. It's like, mate, it's an average anyway because it's just 10s and 1s. And technically that's 5.5 anyway. Anyway, gone on a wild tangent there. The lesson, the observation. People are strange. I think we just need to accept people are strange. It's bizarre. I've definitely gotten a lot more moderate as I've gotten older. And I realised how often I'm saying things like, as I've gotten older now. I'm 42. It's not like I'm a geriatric. Yeah. The thing is, I just feel like if I knew what I know now, back when I was younger, gosh, it would be a wild time. A wild time. We're going to call it a day there, friends. We're going to do some ink washes, and then we're going to ditch and run. I like to just get on and paint for an hour on a Monday night. Just keep my eye in. Feel like it's just good habit. Good habit. Try and paint a little bit each day. This colour that I'm using now is called Inktense Wood. I do cry, yes, I do cry. And this colour is called Inktense Chestnut. And this is just adding saturation back into all of those areas that I took it away by going up to higher value. But you need that value shift to create contrast. Oh, the hair of a 17-year-old. No, I'm going shortly, mate, I said. Just like to... warm up to it. Close the door so Mossy can't hear this hairdryer. Now, this is Inktense Brown. This is kind of a dark one. We're in winter, mate. So, we're not that hot. Yeah, winter for us in Brisbane, will get pretty hot during the day still. And yeah, nights can get pretty cold, but generally, I would say that we are still pretty warm. That number feels like it's probably a little bit hot. We don't get quite that hot in winter. Depends on your location though. That is a very pertinent point from young Cragzog. Young Seamus. Yeah, we get to 40 degrees up here most years, at least a couple of days. But yeah, that's hot. That is hot. That is punch you in the balls, just so you know. It's hot, baby. Yeah, I wouldn't say every household in Australia has it, but certainly more than not have AC because it's just becoming intolerable. Alright, I'm going to call that a day there. That's looking pretty cool. We'll keep going. I want to make these lines more black again. Just wanted to have that highlighting on before I tone them back down so they'll go back to being more black. This little tabard thing I'm not sure about. These are just going to be black highlights. What are we going to do with this thing? I don't know. Alright, now my friends, have a wonderful evening. I will catch you all again soon. I'll be back on Sunday painting toys. And yeah, hopefully we'll be finished this and we might start one of our... I'm going to try and finish this chick as well. She's actually looking not too bad now. Interesting anyway. No, but we're going to do this guy, I reckon. Fun model. I hope. Cool. Alright, good luck at World Model Expo, Jared, and anyone else that's going, and have a good time, have a good week. Yeah, I got this guy too. Yeah, historical. It's QMHE. We need to do some historical stuff. Alright, Big Ten out.